to it, and it added up to a tough loss for the Gladiators, but still a 17-win regular season, a 19-win season. The record-setting 17 wins not only sets the Gladiators record, but the Arena Football League record, and they also set the record for the best winning percentage as well. Looking through some of the... think about this, too. Before you move on to some of the stats, point out some of the notables. Gladiators reached their first Arena Bowl. All of that to reach for the first time. The Rattlers, they hit their 9th Arena Bowl total and 5th Arena Bowl victory, 4 in a row. We talked about them appearing in this game. That is a championship pedigree that is tough to overcome. It was also the Gladiators' one and only home loss here this season. Gladiators' time of possession, because Arizona was hitting it quick. Gladiators had nearly the ball for 10 minutes more, 35 minutes of possession compared to 25 for Arizona, but the score is what matters. You look at some of the stats, each team with 19 first downs, but at the end of the day, the score completely lopsided. Looking at some of the statistics here to point out some of the people. Shane Austin, 18 of 41. He had one of the games that you want to forget there. We talked about that. Really the other time that he had a tough game too is when the Gladiators struggled. Looking at some of the receivers, Tyronn Lewis, 8 catches for 134 yards and a touchdown. Dominic Goodman had 3 touchdowns of his 7 receptions. And pretty much those are the highlights for the Gladiators. But to me, end of the day, the highlight is a 19-2 overall record, an appearance for the first time in the Arena Bowl. And hopefully that is just the beginning and the sky's to come. And regardless, hey, man, they sold out the queue. They put it in there. And Cleveland, hey, you guys came out and supported them throughout the season, averaged, nearly 9,000 a game, and it just grew each and every week as it got on and later in the season. And man, you guys are going to keep it up. The Q, old Dan Gilbert's going to be rocking down there, man. The Q is going to be quite profitable this year between the extended playoff run of the Gladiators. There's a few bucks coming in from the Cavaliers. I don't know if you guys heard that James Fella's coming back to town, and they think they may sell a few extra tickets. And the Monsters, they're getting back at it here too. I've already had a ton of hockey fans say, "Hey man, I'm ready to start talking Monsters. When's the puck drop?" I think they hit camp 6 weeks from now or something like that. It's pretty close. Doug Plagans. Doug will be with us later this week. My man Dougie don't get no time off this year. He went straight from the Monsters into Gladiator season. They went on the longest run possible, so he's going to end up with, I think, 2 weeks off, and the next thing you know, boom, he's right back at it for the Monsters. So, which, good thing for us, means that we get to continue to have Doug as a weekly part of the show. Looking forward to catching up with him and talking about the breakdown of that. Hats off to the Gladiators. They didn't win it all, but they got to the Arena Bowl, and again, a franchise and a league record-setting season for the Gladiators there. Let's see, what else is going on? Indians off tonight before they start a big road swing here. 6 games, 3 in Chicago, and then Kansas City. We'll preview all of that tomorrow. Jeff Gorman from Indians101.com. He'll be here. We'll get you set for the White Sox and talk about all of that. And let's see, what else? Dr. Football's here tomorrow as well. Bill Check is in the house. Can't wait to talk to him about all the latest going on in the NFL. Maybe, don't hold your breath, because you won't be alive if you do. Maybe we'll know what's going on with Josh Gordon by tomorrow. Again, I don't recommend you hold your breath if you like the actual act of breathing and living, because we won't know anything different by tomorrow. I was being strictly tongue-in-cheek there. What else? Also, in case you missed it earlier, word came out, Kyrie Irving to get the start at point guard for the U.S. team as they get ready to head to the Worlds here and get their squad set before they end up setting the Olympic squad. That's the next step beyond that. But Kyrie Irving, he started on the select team. He is now on the USA team here for the Worlds, and then we'll see what happens beyond that. But he's going to get the start. Him and Derrick Rose, I believe, are going to alternate as long as the U.S. is alive in the tournament. It's the FIBA World Cup here, and you can watch those. I believe they're on ESPN or some part of the ESPN family of channels there, and I think NBA TV might be carrying it too. You may be able to even see it through the Cavs because of Kyrie. Sometimes they're good at doing that. But hey, if you're into that kind of thing, hey, Kyrie representing the Cavs and and we'll see how that goes. It's the Worlds. It's to set the roster before the main guys come back in and say, okay, guys, we will we'll take our spot back. But 3 or 4 of you guys are going to roll with us. So really, those guys are kind of competing to see which guys are going to be part of the team once guys like LeBron and those guys decide, okay, we're going to come in and play, because they don't have those guys go through the Worlds and all of that. It's like we bring in the ace team here when it gets close to Olympic time. But in the meantime, guys and that's where the select squad comes in and becomes the world squad as they are now. And then these guys will filter off into the main squad. Excuse me. Dion Waiter's a part of the select squad, so he may end up transitioning in as well. But Kyrie, Derrick Rose, and we'll see the health of Derrick Rose here. First real look to see him. They'll alternate the starts throughout that tournament. Told you there's some stuff going on at the Q. Like I said, those Cavalier guys. Somebody named Gilbert's going to make a lot of money this year with that group of fellows over there. Final thing I want to mention to you guys, fantasy football. I've had a couple of people hit me up during the show and say, hey, you doing fantasy football? Yes, I am. And if you missed it, I'll tell you again, we have limited spots available, and this week is your final chance to be considered. And what I mean by being considered is we have less spots than people who want to play. So the remaining spots are being basically everybody that wants in, send me an email to thesportsfix@AOL.com and just say, hey, I want to play fantasy football. We're going to drop them in a hat, and I'm going to pull out the ones that get to play because we just don't have enough spots for everybody. So if you want to play, email me, thesportsfix@AOL.com. We'll put your name in the hopper. We'll draw it out. If you get selected, I'll send you an invitation, and you can be a part of the league. It's going to be a lot of fun this week, finalizing the spots on that. So email me, thesportsfix@AOL.com, and say, J-Rock, I want to play some fantasy football with you, and we'll see if we can't help you make that happen. All right, guys, as I said, tomorrow, Jeff Gorman's in the house. Bill Chekis is in the house. Who knows? Doug Plagans may be here, too. A whole lot going on. We'll set the stage for the White Sox. We'll talk some NFL news, and whatever else pops off, we're here talking to each and every one of you guys. And I'll tell you what, other than that, we're done. Indians are off tonight, so relax. It was a busy sports weekend. Maybe do some of those things that you put off during the weekend. But come back here tomorrow. We'll get you rolling into a week. It's Tuesday on the Sports Fix, like only we can do it. Guys, enjoy your night. Come back here tomorrow. Same bad time, same bad channel, baby. Live at noon here on the Sports Fix. We love you, Cleveland. We'll see you tomorrow.
Okay, now here we go. Welcome to the Cleveland show, but this ain't no cartoon. Reality is all we know. You're tuning in to Bravo. Yeah, you hear me everywhere, but it's only one of me. Let me make that very clear. Yeah, I'm from that terminal. You can see the lake from here. Faith in my teams, we keep getting closer every year. But we got the king, though, so hopefully we overcome. Yes, I have a dream, and I know I ain't the only one. Modell tried to steal my heart, but we brought it back. Thanks to Cleveland Clinic, now they call them Kiss the Cardiac. Rock Cars, Science Center, Tower City, all of that. Warehouse District, Euclid Corridor, and all the flat. You know that I'm a Tribes fan, and I love Slimans. Crockett Park's the perfect place for me to spend some time in. Baby, this is Cleveland. It is so much more to us. You can even go to Severn's Hall to see an orchestra.
In Cleveland, we rep our city.
Yeah.
Blue lights separate the grind from the gritty. We're sick-fitted. Hood class cover any city that we visit. When you up on Cleveland, survival's a must on these streets. We hustle, don't sleep. Out here in Cleveland, Cleveland, Cleveland.
You know that I'm from
Long nights, cold weather, it ain't nothing pretty. So much hate up in this itty bitty city. If you can make it here, you can make it anywhere. Put your hands up in the air, everybody say yeah.